To be fair, in the last 6 months I've started snoring. And I know that's annoying. I've slept next to people that have snored before and that is fucking annoying. But I gotta tell you guys, as the person who snores, it's really hard as well. Because you don't hear any of the snoring. You just get woken up every half an hour by a hysterical, angry person a foot away from you in the bed hitting you. Shut the fuck up! And you're like, what? You shut the fuck up! I wasn't snoring, you were! You shut up! That's stupid! You're stupid! Why did I even marry you, you stupid? I'm just trying to sleep like a normal person and you hit me.
Food is the way to bring us together, guys. We're in very divided times, but food, I feel like, is the answer. You know, think about the first wave of immigrants. The Italians, they copped a lot of racial hate, but, you know, they bought pizza, pasta. People sort of accepted them, yeah. Chinese people, sweet and sour pork. Indian people, buttered chicken. Like, all I'm trying to say is stop hating and just wait and see what food transgender people make, because
guilt doesn't come cheap either, does it? You go to a vet now and they'll say, mate, your dog needs chemotherapy and a hip replacement. You're not going to believe this. It's going to cost you 7 large. But you're going to have to discuss amongst yourselves how much you love this valued member of your family and come up with a decision. You go, what? You're going to hit me some family values shit, are you? Like a dodgy independent politician. Man, maybe if you love dogs so much, you should adjust your bottom line. $7,000. I wouldn't spend that on me, I'd just die.
My grandpa, before he died, he said something to me I'll never forget. He was 95 years old. I went and visited him, and he said to me, actually first he said, Lewis, I want to show you something. And he took me into his bathroom. I was like, I don't like that that's the setting. So you're showing me something, Grandpa? But then he pointed at the ground, right? He's like, have a look at that. I'm like, what am I looking at? He's like, have a look at that. Usually I get the packet of 24 toilet rolls, but this time I got the 12 pack because I figured it should probably see me out. That's morbid, isn't it? I respect it though, it's frugal. Also, what a fun guessing game to play at the end of your life. Isn't it crazy that that's what life amounts to? Like, that's what you're doing at the end of your life. Like, there's so much magic in your life, so much magic in the world. Like, you think about when you're a kid, everything's magic, isn't it? You know, you're growing up, you're like, whoa, so much magic. Is Father Christmas real? You get a bit older, you figure out how to do the swings in the playground without needing an adult to push you. That's magic. You get a bit older, you're a teenager, you try drugs for the first time. That's magic. You get a bit older, you leave school, you get a job, you get a bit tired, you stop seeing the magic as easily. It's a bit, you got to squint to see the magic. You keep working, you get sort of ground down, you're getting more and more tired. Some good things happen, of course. You fall in love, but after a while the magic dies. A few years later, so does she. And then at the end of your life, you find yourself just at the supermarket, 93 years old, aisle 12, just going, how many more shits am I going to take? I want to nail it. I want to nail my shit for sheet ratio because it's my last little game on this planet, my last slice of magic.
I'm at that age now where I've started using phrases like, I'm at that age now. And I'm also at that age now where I haven't yet, and I don't believe I ever will, resort to vaping in any shape or form. I'm never going to vape. I'm not going to become a fucking vapor. It just feels like a betrayal to all of those sweet, sweet cigarettes that I smoked throughout my life. Like, if you used to smoke cigarettes and now you vape, you're a real piece of shit. You used to be cool, man. Now you're standing there just on some street corner filleting a mini exhaust pipe like Fonzie's shit sibling. You used to be fucking cool. I remember the glory days of smoking. This whole room will have been full of cigarette smoke. We all would have stunk like shit, but we didn't care because we were fucking cool. It would have been ashtrays ashtrays everywhere. You couldn't move for ashtrays. Now you can't fucking find one anywhere. Spare a thought for the ashtray manufacturers. They're all living in their cars now thanks to you fucking vapors. And it's not just the ashtray people. What about the people that make matches? Spare a thought for the companies that used to print nightclub logos onto those little books of matches so that grizzled old homicide detectives could fish one out of the pocket of a corpse and know where to start looking for the killer. Thousands upon thousands of unsolved homicides just because you fuckers want to vape.
I didn't know it at the time, but that was one of the greatest summers of my life. I was at that age between junior high and middle school where it feels like almost anything is possible. And that summer, I nearly got into the biggest pickle. My parents had gone away for the Labor Day weekend, and instead of taking me with them, they said I could go with my best friend, Donnie Palomito, and his mom to their beach house. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna make sandcastle forts and have ice cream Sundays and Mondays. And I was really looking forward to hanging out with Mrs. Palomito. She'd always been so nice to me. And, you know, she was really upset ever since her husband died in that offshore oil rig from food poisoning. And one night, Donnie had a pain in his tum-tum, so he went to bed early. But I wasn't tired, so I stayed down with Mrs. Palomito. And she asked me if I wanted to go into the living room and sit by the fire and talk. Yeah. We talked all night. We talked about everything. It was like no time had passed at all. And just when the sun was coming in through the window, I thought I should excuse myself and go to bed. But she said, hold on. I want to show you something. And she took me by the hand and she led me up the stairs. And she led me past Donnie's bedroom, all the way down the corridor and all the way to her bedroom door. And she opened up her bedroom door and on the floor was a turtle. What a crazy summer.
I love that. Technology, amazing. Huge part of my life. I mean, I wish I hadn't told Facebook I was single. Don't do that. Facebook goes, oh, you're single, are you? Cool. Here's 500 ads a day about singles in your area, being single and how gross your body probably is. Thanks, Facebook. Appreciate it. But otherwise, love it. Like, my phone and my computer are my most prized possessions in the world. And I treat them like shit. I've used my laptop to fix a wobbly table. That's not cool. I know. I've thrown my phone at a window to scare a pigeon. I know. And I think it's because we take this stuff for granted. Like, you get this incredible product, and then for like a week, you're like, oh, the precious. And then after a while, you're like, oh, whatever. And I think I've got an idea of how we could stop taking our stuff for granted, because I want to stop taking it for granted, all right? What if our things, our appliances and our equipment and our stuff, bless you, had a voice that sounded as surprised as we should be about what it's doing, if that makes sense. So it could be as simple as, hey, I just boiled water over here. I just boiled water. It was cold before, now it's hot, because of me, yeah. Wouldn't you be more inclined to go, wow, thanks, kettle, fantastic. Or like, hey, I just took your feces away. I just took it away. It was right near you. You hated that. It stank. Now it's gone because of me. Yeah. Just like, oh my goodness, thanks, toilet. Brilliant. Or like, hey, I just let you watch people you don't know have sex. You didn't even know them. You can watch them have sex up close because of me. Yeah. You're like, wow, thanks, binoculars. It was a long road for that, wasn't it? Like, oh, fuck. Okay. Here's how much I love technology. I sleep with my laptop in bed with me. Oh, yeah. Does anyone else do that? Also single? Yeah. That's what happens. When you're single, interesting thing happens to the other side of your bed, right? Because it's the other side of the bed, but it's now also other things as well. And I don't want to brag. I got a double bed, guys. And I tell you what, it's an investment bed. It's the bed I'm going to die in. I'm done for beds. It costs over $1,000. It's done. I'm done for beds. Has anyone got the bed they're going to die in? What? You buy your bed for that many? What? I mean, you don't know. Hey, play your cards right. I might have bought the bed you're going to die in. It's not right, is it? I mean, it's right, but it's not right. Anyway, my bed is incredible. I love it. Everyone in this room has laid down on at least one amazing bed. You know when you get on it, you're like, oh, fuck, yeah, you know, this is my impression of an incredible bed. I've got you, full support. I've got your head and your feet. Try and trick me. I've got you anywhere you go. I've got you. Now, this is a very exciting / terrifying part of the show because, as far as I am aware, I am the only comedian currently doing bed impressions. So, yeah, it's experimental, it's interesting. So what I'm planning to do, and yes, it's being recorded, is get you lovely people to shout out a few different types of beds, and I will attempt to do an impression for you. I will give you a take. This is one that I have previously thought of, and you never. A hotel room bed. Okay, let's start there. Hotel room bed. Ready? Hotel room bed. No more. I'll never be clean. Okay, great. All right, that was a good place to start. So, we'll just have fun. Someone shout out a couple of types of bed. Memory foam, futon, hospital bed. Oh, okay. This is fucking great. Okay. Memory foam. We meet again. Hospital bed. Okay, hold on. Hospital bed. I may be covered in pee, but I'm part robot. Do two more. So futon. I mean, I'm just a big cushion. And was there waterbed? Okay. Waterbed. I know there's more than you think. When you start, you're like, what was this? Waterbed. Oh, so sexy. I'm weirdly a sex symbol in the 80s, which is bizarre because I would be very difficult to have sex on. Just try and fuck on me. Just try. I push you over there. I push her over here. Okay. All right. Guys. That went better than it should have. I appreciate it. Okay, I'll move on. So the other side of my bed where I put my laptop is another side of the bed, but it's also other things. I put my laptop on there, so it's also a desk, all right? I put a bunch of books on there. It is also a bookshelf. I put clothes. It is also a wardrobe. It is also a medicine cabinet. It is also a cosmetics counter. It is a fridge. It is a bin. It is a huge pile of I have a pot plant on there at the moment. If I actually wanted to have a one-night stand, it would have to be with a removalist. It is a giant pile of everything I could ever need within reach, okay? And I sleep beside my giant pile of shit. It's quite nice. It's like being spooned by a garage sale. And every morning I wake up and I roll over and I go, good morning, stuff. No, this is how I wake up. My alarm goes off and I go, what? Because alarms get the shittest deal out of everything we own. Like, they're just doing what we ask them to do, and we're furious every time. And you might not know this, but when you wake up in the morning, you go, what? Snooze. Alarm and snooze are actually good cop, bad cop in the mornings. They are, because alarm is like, get the fuck out of bed right now. And snooze is like, don't worry about him, I'm on your side. Take another 8 minutes, you deserve it. You're so pretty when you're sleeping. So one morning I woke up and I went, what? Snooze? And I rolled over and went, good morning, stuff. And I just happened to see someone walk past my window down the street and I had a horrible thought. I went, oh no, what if I end up being a hoarder? Like, a hoard's got to start somewhere. What if my pile of shit is the beginning of my hoard? Like, what if this little line on my hand that I've never looked at before actually says that I, die in 2032 and one of the 18 lawnmowers I keep in my kitchen fall on my head? No, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. It's just choices. Life is just choices. We're in control. That's it. It's just us making choices and doing stuff. Like, you've been in control of every decision that you've made your whole lives that have led to you all being in this room here this evening. But that doesn't mean anything. It's not like this was always going to happen, right? I mean, you could have been anywhere tonight. You're not. No, it's just choices. We're in control. We're in control. We make the choices, big and small choices, and dealing with the outcomes of that. That's it. That's all it is, which is great. Choice is excellent, obviously. I do occasionally find choice a bit stressful, though. My nightmare is that when you die, there's actually 2 white lights. Just as a final fuck you, wouldn't that be the worst? Come towards the light. Which one? Which one? Can't tell you, but one of them goes to the gym. No! Here's how I don't want to die, right? I'm not good at crossing the street because I'm from the country and tractors move slower than cars. Like, I'm not a good judge of how quickly a car is going to get to me. So I'm always that one where my friends are on the other side of the road. I'm like, yep, sorry, oh, could have gone. Oh, shit, sorry, but I don't want to get hit by a car while I'm doing this. To die within a moment of indecision is an excruciating thought to me. I don't want the last sound I make on this earth to be, ugh. I want it to be, no, David Tennant, you're the greatest lover that I've ever had.
This is what's going to happen, okay? We're just telling jokes. They're just jokes. Just jokes, okay? This is comedy. Comedy. Look, the word's right there. Comedy, okay? Just let's all remember that. No one's allowed to get offended. A lot of people are getting offended very easily these days. And then everyone's just worried about saying the wrong thing. And I know that you are, because you do the same thing that I do. If you're driving along in your car and you've got passengers in your car and you answer a phone call and it goes on speakerphone, the first thing you say is, just letting you know that you're on speaker and there's other people in the car. You may as well say, don't talk about the shit we usually talk about. There's other people here. They won't get our humour, they'll judge us. Everyone's terrified of offending. You can't offend Australians, you can't. You tried. You tried with Outback Steakhouse, you tried. Fuck you, America. How dare you? How dare you? Just a fabrication franchise throughout your entire country. That's a complete mockery of my whole culture. And you guys are totally fine with that. Are you totally fine? What the fuck is a bloomin' onion? I've never heard of that in my life. It's a staple dish in this establishment. You all know it. It's a deep fried onion the size of a football. It's what they eat. It's what they eat down under, you know? We don't call it down under either, by the way. We're there. We're there. We don't call you up over or whatever you are. I'm not offended by Outback Steakhouse. I think it's hilarious. I don't care. There's more stupid shit that we've done in my country that you can make fun of. Much more embarrassing stuff. I'll give you 3 examples, okay? These are 3 examples of some stupid shit that we've done in my country. So if you ever meet Australians, bring these ones up instead of Outback Steakhouse. So in the 60s, we had a Prime Minister who drowned. He was Prime Minister at the time. His name was Harold Holt. He drowned swimming off the coast of Australia, never to be found again. And in Melbourne, Australia, where I'm from, in his honour, we built the Harold Holt Swimming Centre. He fucking drowned, and we built a swimming centre in his honour. What a pack of arseholes. So I grew up in a place called Shark Bay, okay? Shark with an R, okay? I don't pronounce my R's, okay? I don't have time. Shark, okay? Shark, like a shark. You know what a shark is. Fuck you, all right? Like, dinner. You know what a shark is. Stop it. So Shark Bay, it never dawned on me how ridiculous this was. When I was a teenager, the local government realised that no tourists were coming to the area for obvious reasons. So they changed the name to Safety Beach. That's the complete opposite of Shark Bay. They did nothing to improve safety, nothing. There's sharks there, a fucking lot of them. And now they're just luring tourists into a death trap, basically. Like, yeah, nah, come in, nah, it's Safety Beach, it's totally fine, yeah. Yeah, it's totally safe, yeah, go swimming, of course, why not? Ooh, oh no, that's not a shark. That's a safety shark. It's a dolphin, you pussy, get out there. What the hell's wrong with you? So I moved to America. I moved to Hollywood. That's where I moved first from Australia. My plan was to go to Hollywood, become a star. And I'd said that to my friends. When I was leaving, I said, I'm going to go to Hollywood. And they all went, Hollywood, you dickhead. I'll give you 6 months. I'll give you 6 months, and then you'll be having sex with some old lady in Malibu just to pay your rent. That's what they said. They all laughed at me, and I went, no, I'm going to go to Hollywood and be a famous comedian. So I moved to Hollywood. I was there for about 6 months, and this old lady from Malibu came up to me. This happened after a comedy show. This old lady came up to me and she said, I'm having a private party down at my house in Malibu. It's all Australian themed. I'd like you to come and perform. And I thought, oh no, shit, it's happening. It's happening. My friends predicted it and it's happening. And I thought, surely she can't pay me enough money. And then she went, I'll pay you $3,000. And I went, oh, look, what time do you need me to be there? What time? So I went down to her racist party and I'm aware Australia's not a race, but anyway. I went down there. She would have spent $100,000 on this afternoon garden party. It was all Australian themed for her 12 friends. That's all that were there. I was the only Australian. It was fucking weird. It was like an Australian version of Get Out. That's what it felt like. I thought, this doesn't seem safe. I need to leave. And I said to the old lady, I said, do you want me to get up and tell jokes? Do you want me to do stand-up? Is that why I'm here? And she said, no, I don't want you to do that. I just want you to walk around and just be Australian. What she said to me, and then she had a handler there. I'm not making this up. They handed me a kangaroo on a leash. A real life kangaroo. You don't hold a kangaroo on a leash. That's a very strange thing to do. That's like one of you guys having a bald eagle as a kite. Just like, oh. Jesus, why did we get a bald eagle kite? This is ridiculous. He's already shat on Grandma twice. Why did we... So that's what it felt like, having a kangaroo on a leash. And I'm walking around this lady's backyard, just with a kangaroo on a leash, just going up to her 12 guests going, g'day guys, how you going? Yeah, it's a kangaroo. I didn't think that'd be here either, but here we are. Hello. Anyway. Shrimp on the barbie, dingo's got my baby, have a nice night. Just saying the stupidest shit that I could think of. Do you know how embarrassing that was? Walking around with a kangaroo on a leash. I would have rather had sex with the old lady. That would be less embarrassing. The kangaroo was embarrassed. He looked up at me and said, "Do you think if we both fuck her, we can leave?" And I went, "I don't know, that sounds illegal. I don't think we should entertain that idea." Picture how horrifically offensive that party is, by the way. Put any other culture in that position, how offensive that would be. But we're all laughing, because Australia doesn't count, and I know that. I know that, and I'm okay with that. But she couldn't do that with any other culture. She couldn't say to a couple of guys from India, "Okay, you Indian guys? Yep, come on in, come on in. Okay, you're just going to be in this 7-Eleven here, okay?" I don't want you to just get angry if anyone comes in. Just be like, "Oh, stop reading the magazines. Get out of here." She can't do that. She can't say, "Okay, and you 6 Mexican guys, can you go on the other side of the fence and just try and get into the party the whole time?" Just remember that we're all friends. We're all friends here. Let's all remember, Outback Steakhouse is a thing that exists. Let's all remember. Dash, have you got that picture? I want to show you guys, in case you thought I was making that up. Have a look at the t-shirt they made me wear. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. Walking around the yard. Look how big the kangaroo is. That would have beat the shit out of me. $3,000. I'd do it again tomorrow.
Well, one thing they have done quite well, right, nerds, is that they started making podcasts. But you know, people said to me, you should listen to podcasts. And podcasts to me are just really unhygienic former encouragement award recipients in pairs, delivering an unsolicited frame-by-frame analysis of a fucking movie made specifically for children. Every week, forever. And that's necessary. But people said to me, you could learn a lot from podcasts, mate. You should listen to them. I started listening to them, right, because I listen. And I started listening to the crime ones. And who doesn't love crime? What a boon that's been for all of us. Can you imagine a world without murders to solve? What an absolute bore. I, for one, wouldn't want to live there. But they said you can learn some stuff, mate. Listen to podcasts. So I started listening to crime ones. And I learned one thing. And that is that the police, even more incompetent than I first thought. Unbelievable. And don't get me wrong, I quite like the fuzz, right? One time, a tree fell down across our street. They turned up, directed traffic around it, did a pretty good job. You know? Sometimes they got on horses and just plough through a throng of people to remind us to continue to behave ourselves. Who here hasn't walked out the front of a footy stadium and felt the squelch of a Clydesdale turd right up the side of their sandal? I thought, I feel safe now. Knowing that if things turn south, I might earn myself a taxpayer-funded kick in the face from a half-ton animal. So, one thing they have done very well too, I don't want to rip into the pigs, I quite like them. They've pretty much gotten rid of drink driving in about a generation and a half. It's been a lot of hard work and they've done a very good job of this. But there are still a few men out there living the dream. I know some, and every drink driving story I've ever heard, it always starts with, look, I shouldn't have done that. And it ends with, man, if only I'd done this one little thing differently, the bastards wouldn't have caught me. I should have just stuck to the back streets like I usually do. I pulled out on the main road. The bacon was set up right there, the pricks. What are they doing anyway? Why aren't they out there catching the real crooks? Instead of hassling a good bloke like me, just going about his business, committing a crime. And all of these blokes, they've got a theory on how to sober up in a hurry. Everyone's got one of these. They're all bullshit. None of them work. I've got to tell you. It's all like, oh, you know what you should do, mate? You should have a 5-minute nap, a 10-minute shower, bloody run around the car 4 times. Bloody drink 7 litres of water, get a punch in the face from your best mate in between each litre. Yeah. Do 12 push-ups. But it's bullshit. None of them work. In my experience, the only thing that will sober you up in a very big hurry is to just run over someone on your way home from the pub. Yeah. Oh. If you're not awake after that, you may never be. So the other thing I quite like about the cops, right, is their complete lack of shame and embarrassment in asking for help to solve a crime. From the very same public who pay their fucking wages. And on a personal level, I don't mind this. I can't tell you how many times a squad car full of the filth had turned up at my work. I said, what is that, mate? Is that 4 pallets of bricks that you've got to carry up 10 flights of stairs? No problem. Get out, fellas. Let's muck in and help this guy out. And at the end of the day, I say, thanks, lads. That was really nice of you. In return, I'll just keep my ear to the ground around the neighbourhood and give you a tingle if something pops up. This is what happened to me in terms of the cops, right? I was embroiled in a street brawl, and it was a big one. It was one of those ones where later on, onlookers get referred to as witnesses. It was huge. The street got shut off, made the news, everything. It was a massive fight. There was heaps of fights breaking out, spot fights all over. The particular localised melee I was involved in ended up, there's like 2-on-2s, a few 1-on-1 fights. The one I was in, it ended up being 1 versus 6. And I like to say I gave a good account of myself, but then there were 6 of us, so... A little tip from the top. If you're involved in a street fight and there's a man walking towards you and he does that spit through his teeth, he's a fucking good fighter. You don't learn to do that until you cracked a few skulls. It was also one of those fights where improvised weapons were being used, which is a disturbing trend that's only begun since the nanny state took all our guns. I saw a guy sliding a tin of spaghetti into a sock. That's what we've been reduced to in terms of street weaponry. It's embarrassing on a world scale. Anyway, the fight kicked off. It was a massive fight. And the boys in blue turned up. 4 of them at first, heaps later on. But the first 4 who rolled up, they were all walking abreast along the footpath towards the fight. And 2 of them were chewing gum, and one of them had a neck tat. They look like a modern-day slips cordon that I'm supposed to respect. And the 4th one, he was fat. And, I don't care. Follow your dreams. It's nothing to... It's fine. I'm all for equal employment opportunities. I'm not a fascist. In fact, I'm a campaigner. I'm not going to rest until everyone with a lisp has a job on the radio. And all firemen are wheelchair-bound. Or fire women, don't panic. Women can be disabled now too if they want. But this was like a fat, not a bit overweight. He's a proper fat cop, but that's whatever. But this is something I'll be teaching my kids, right? When you're running away from the cops, right? Normal one, skinny one, just straight line, fast as you can. Get ready to do a little sidestep. Some of them can be shifty when they go in for the tackle. When there's a fat cop around, though, they're not even going to give chase. They're going straight to plan B, sitting on the hip there, just pointing in the general direction of noise and kablam. See what happens, sort that out with some paperwork later on. So when there's a fat cop around, kids, just be prepared to do some zigzag running. You're going to look like a silly Billy. But it's better to be a silly Billy and alive than one of those corpses about whom people say there lies a man who never compromised his dignity around obese law enforcement. So this fight, right, it was just winding down. It was just coming to the end of it. And I was getting shoveled in the back of a paddy wagon by some of these goons. And one of them, right, he had his elbow on the back of my neck. He was about half my age. He just put me in the van. He said, mate, we're going to take you down the station. We're going to charge you with common assault. You should take a long, hard look at yourself. So should I, young fella? Maybe you should take a long, hard look at yourself. Because I've just bitten a man's nose off. And then I punched him out of his shoes. And you've got the audacity to call that common. So they're all right at this sort of stuff, right? Your entry-level policing. But when it comes from listening to podcasts, when it comes to solving a murder, the pigs are fucking useless. They cannot do the job. There must be a lot of retired policemen up there in Queensland, the retirement location of choice for all inept policemen. Just sitting there on the Sunshine Coast, just dragging the drinks trolley over to their cane lounger, thinking, oh shit, I hope I die before all the unturned stones of my shit career get catalogued for the whole world to see in a podcast. And all that sunshine and beer, that does nothing for a man's memory. The rapid onset of dementia is staggering when a tenacious podcaster knocks on the door. The number one leading cause of dementia in old men is, of course, being accused of some pervert shit from 40 years ago. They can't remember a fucking thing once that got us. And while I'm down here too, I don't want to rip into dementia. I'm not sinking the slipper in there, that's fine. Like, it's one of those things, dementia, that we'll all have to deal with at one stage of our lives. Someone we know will have it, or we will whatever. But what no one's saying about dementia is how much of a handy evolutionary tool it is just to prevent old men from going out and settling all their long-standing vendettas. And can you imagine a world where all the men remembered every single shit thing that had been done to them throughout the course of their lives? It'd be absolute carnage when they reach a point where nothing else matters. There'd be so much, hey, Dale, just put a bag of lime and a shovel in the boot. Just off to knock off all three of our sons-in-law. I hate their guts. None of them are good enough for our girls. And while I'm at it, I'm going to rub out that bloke who put 13 items through on the 12 and under aisle 25 years ago. I still remember that. Paid with a cheque. Really pissed me off. Where are the car keys? What was I talking about? I better just go and watch some telly. Dementia saves a lot of lives. Take it easy on them. So when I'm listening to podcasts, right, okay, it gets to a point where the crime ones, they'll say, oh, the family, they were desperate after a year. They didn't know what else to do, so they turned to a psychic for help. And I listen to that and think, what? What were you thinking, man? You've waited a year for that. What a kick in the teeth that is to the science of clairvoyance. Everybody knows the moment somebody goes missing, you look at the horoscopes from that day and work backwards from there. It's almost as if these husbands and stepsons don't want the crime solved in the first place. But that's how crimes are getting solved now. It's pretty much by podcasters more than the police. Someone I know got murdered, right, not by me. And I didn't even call the police. I just found my nearest dork and just yanked him out from underneath his Darth Vader doona, which are incidentally now available in King Single for your larger single man. I just bought him a new computer and a microphone, told him to stop hitting himself and start a podcast and fucking sort it out. And that's how look, the filth, they're just sitting down at the station listening to podcasts hoping a clue pops up. We're supposed to respect them.
Man, you don't hear about the mafia anymore, do you? There's no segues here because of what happened, but it's an acquired brain injury for one, aisle 3. But when it comes to chromosomes, less is more. But yeah, But the mafia, they're not around anymore. I think because they ate too many carbs. Like, they're carb loading every day with the fettuccine. The garlic bread, carb on carb, like cannolis, just custard wrapped in spaghetti. And then they're making life or death decisions. If I eat a carbonara at a restaurant, I have to lie down on the floor. I can't even deal with Netflix. I'm like, Antique Roadshow, fucking, like I'm processing a linguine down here. They had to decide whether to dangle Giuseppe off a bridge or stoop their Goomba with their blood glucose fluctuating like the NASDAQ during a financial crisis. Meanwhile, terrorists, say what you want about them, but they're out there doing things. They're hijacking planes. The Taliban took over in a day. Because they're on hummus. Slow release lentils, okay? They're doing Ramadan, intermittent fasting. They were in ketosis when they stormed Fallujah. It's not even a real place, it's in Wizard of the Oz. Wizard of the Oz, that's not real. The Wizard of Oz. Fuck. Get the cattle prods out, Karen. Get them out! That'll do, pig. Clever girl. Yeah, I've never seen a movie, I could be watching any movie, you put a gun to my head, say what's happening, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I was just ruminating about a barista that disrespected me, and I didn't do anything about it because I'm a coward. I found that out when I went to the beach with my family, saw a shark and kept it a secret. But But I got this friend, he's into the wellness. He likes wellness, you know? He's on goji berries, acai bowls. He's got the green juices going all the time. And people think he's healthy just because he puts that into his system. But I know that he's not, because I've seen his blood work, and like, don't ask how I saw it, but yeah, and he has a weak constitution. Like, if he doesn't drink green juices, he's going to die. But Keith Richards, you know, yeah, he's in a band, and heroin for 40 years. Fell out of a coconut tree, got an acquired brain injury, still doing cocaine into his 80s. Health's not what you put in, it's the resilience of the container. Put Keith Richards on the cover of Men's Health. He can have a resistance band wrapped around his forearm so he can get the veins pumping for 10 reps of heroin over here, baby. He can snort his firstborn's ashes, activated charcoal, motherfucker. Keith Richards is a corrugated tin shed that thrives when you pour asbestos into it. My friend had to get his stomach pumped at a wine and cheese. Like, that's healthier, isn't it? Isn't it, guys, yeah? Oh, yeah? We're a quarter of the way through, and like... Front row's been giving me the straight-faced emoji for the last 10 minutes. If there was a rate your experience kiosk, you just press the one in the middle. I felt nothing at the library. I'm on too much diazepam, so I feel nothing everywhere, but I felt nothing here too, and I thought someone should know about it, neutral. I was indifferent about the bathroom in the Singapore airport. The urinals failed to elicit an emotion, neutral. That's my favourite one, the straight-faced emoji. For people who feel nothing but are still motivated enough to share feedback. You ever go to Fishbowl? It's good, eh? You get to customise your own bowl, choose your own protein. Is there any more dystopian phrase in the English language than choose your protein? It sounds like the last decision the robots will let us make. They'll be like, choose your protein, move to the next window. And we'll be grateful. We'll be like, how good is it how you get to choose your own protein? I enjoy having a bit of autonomy in the gulag. I was on the fence about my protein. Neutral. I don't give a fuck if the robots take over. I'm autistic. They'll hire me as an interpreter. They'll be like, why do they cry? Yeah, I've got no idea, eh? I just look like them. That's where it begins and ends, okay? I need an interpreter. I haven't understood a metaphor since I got the booster shot. All I'm seeing is indistinct chatter. No, but do you ever be watching a movie with subtitles? It'll come up with indistinct chatter. Even if you're deaf, who cares? Like, it's as if the person writing them is like, even if you could hear this, you wouldn't be able to. No one can hear this bit. We're all in the same boat. Builds a sense of community across all hearing levels. It's like taking a blind guy to a black hole. Nothing to see here, mate. Just a complete absence of everything. If you want to hold my hand, you can howl into the void. It's over. Rathy's here. It's a callback to a joke I haven't done yet, but yeah, Fucking hell. I'm doing my set in reverse time. I'm the Benjamin Button of my own... Do you guys remember Dumb Nerds from school? You know, they'd have glasses, but then they'd be like... Yeah. Dumb nerds get bullied, and in America they do these school shootings, which I think are inappropriate. But... dumb nerds can't do that here because of gun laws. They have to join a medieval reenactment group. No need to apologise, my lord, it's only a flesh wound. Inside every one of them is a rain of bullets restrained by legislation. Smart nerds, they get bullied, they move to Silicon Valley, build a robot to replace their bully's forklift driver job. You excluded me from handball, I've ostracised you from the global economy. It's over, Gary, you're irrelevant. And then Gary's got no self-esteem, he gets hooked on fentanyl, ends up turning the gun on himself. No, it's a long-term school shooting. Like you invest. It's the superannuation of revenge. It's a long... And then at the very end you outsource. That was his head. I don't usually do impressions, but that... But Google's free, eh? The thing with Google, it's free, but they know everything about you. So your privacy is the currency. But I just wish you could buy other products by telling people deeply personal information. You just go to the cafe, you're like, yeah, I got a micro penis. It's free now. You've actually overpaid with that, so throw in an almond croissant. Because I got herpes. You can have the whole cafe. This is... Now you're the owner-operator of a Starbucks. But people complain about targeted ads. They're like, ooh, I mentioned Adidas and then I got an ad for a shoe. It wouldn't be exactly like that, but like, at least they've got a target. Like at least they've got a sniper rifle just pointed at your subconscious. TV commercials had no respect for my interests. I'm 6 years old getting ads for renovations, funeral homes. You're not even getting into the bowl. You're pissing all over the floor. Targeted ads are custom designed to my needs. I'm getting ads for extra small condoms. Skin cancer support groups. Like, you hit the bullseye, Bezos. Oh, they're spying on me. At least they're listening. Your husband doesn't give a fuck. He's on Grindr hanging out with me at Grilled eating zucchini chips. Shit. This is a nasty-ass motherfucker. But the thing that really annoys me about tech startups is just how relaxed they are. You know, like with the hammocks, the tie-dye V-necks, the ping-pong. A little too casual for what they've done. Destroyed everyone's attention span, ruining democracy. Wear a suit. Do you think Hitler went around in board shorts and rollerblades, playing hacky sack with Leni Riefenstahl? No, he wore a suit because he respected the gravity of his crimes. No, I don't agree with what he did. I'm just saying he dressed appropriately. There's a dress code to your evil. I don't agree with what Dracula was up to. He was sucking blood out of women's necks, and I thought that was inappropriate. I was just raised to believe that behaviour was wrong. But he wore a cape. That's the dress code to that type of behaviour.
Sometimes I get reprieve from this personality is when I'm listening to music. And I was the other day. I was listening to music walking to the shops, and I just started playing air drums, you know, just giving it the white man's overbite. The hi-hats. And I thought if someone was going past real quick in a car and squinting, they might for 1 second think, oh, she's probably in a band. But then I thought if a drummer saw me, they'd be like, she can't play drums. That would sound shit, like it's all over the place. So I stopped playing, you know. I was out at the pub, first sip of my drink, spilt some on my shirt. Like, what kind of adult can't drink, you know? Do I need a sippy cup? wouldn't look at anyone for the rest of the night. But I wanted to check if they were looking at me, you know, like a dog that gives you side-eye. And if I get a cold sore, then I need to go into witness protection. I end up overcompensating and just running up to people and going, I've got a cold sore, we're all just going to have to deal with it. And they're like, how'd you get in my lounge room? It's just weird, you work at the door. But people aren't paying as much attention to us as we think they are. You know, it's a phenomenon called the spotlight effect. And scientists in the year 2000 determined this by putting a bunch of college students in a room and making one of them wear a Barry Manilow t-shirt. And if you don't know who Barry Manilow was, he was a pop star from the 70s, hair like mine, sang songs like Mandy and Copacabana, and I write the songs that make the whole world sing. He didn't write that one, he just sang it. And obviously the most embarrassing person scientists could think of to put on a t-shirt in the year 2000. Obviously college students back then, not into irony. I feel like if you had a t-shirt like that today, you'd be carried out on the shoulders of your peers, you know. And they asked the kid wearing the Barry Manilow t-shirt how many people he thought were staring at him during the course of that experiment, and he said 50%. He thought half the room were noticing. But they checked everyone else. It was just 20%. Bit of a shit experiment, if you ask me. I mean, I'm not a scientist, but surely he was walking around giving everyone side-eye, just, you know, and everyone's like, what's wrong with that guy? Which one? The one in the Barry Manilow t-shirt. I didn't notice, you know. And I'm interested, did Barry know that he was the brand ambassador for embarrassment? Did that pop up in his media alerts one morning and he go, oh, that's a bit mean? But the point is no one's watching, so get on with your life, you know. I mean, I'm in the spotlight right now. I still think half of you are on my phone. I don't know. I'm jealous of people who, when I ask, what are you thinking, aren't thinking anything. You know the kind of people that can watch a whole TV show? I can't. Because when I do, all I see is a showreel of my worst thoughts and actions since I gained consciousness about age 4. Or a giant to-do list, really. Or a documentary of all the people doing better than me, and they stop and turn to the camera and go, oh no, pop your feet up, watch some telly, Chris, you've earned it. You know, they say the key to happiness is doing one thing at a time to the best of your ability. And that's why dumb people are happy. They can't have another thought in their head when they're watching telly. When they're watching telly, they're just going, oh, if she gets the next one right, she wins 20 grand, isn't that great? I think that's what they're thinking. I'm turning 50 later this year, and I've been thinking about the woman I want to be. And I want to be calm. And if I can't be calm, I want to look like I'm calm. I want to look like Celine Dion or Nicole Kidman. They always get about like this. I think what I'm saying is I want to have a long neck. Like the beer, but I got a stubby. You know, I want to have poise like a goose. Swan. Okay, swan sounds hotter, you know. Except when there's two of them, they do that weird love heart thing with their necks, and I don't believe in public displays of affection, you know. Like, but I want to command respect. I want people to be afraid of me in a park. And throw me bread from a distance, you know. I want to look like I'm having such highbrow thoughts that I need to be a foot taller to have them. But I am stuck with this neck, which has done no heavy lifting for my personality. I don't feel old and I don't feel young, yet I feel ancient and immature, you know? I feel like 15-year-old me would see 50-year-old me as moments from death. You know? And honestly, in this job you are. I feel like I should have amassed enough wealth by now to have like a villa in Biarritz, if that's a place, I don't know. Instead, all I do for luxury is just buy myself a little cakey in the afternoon and go, haven't I done well? anyone buy themselves a little cakey in the afternoon? What's your go-to cakeys?
Caramel slice.
Caramel slice. What else? Hey, finger bun. Cream bun. Get cut about it. Anyone else?
Lemon tart.
Lemon tart, nice one. Nice pick. Carrot cake, thanks for asking. So don't care about the cake, it's about the icing. It's a life hack, guys. Get into it. You can feel like a millionaire. I started trying new things because I fell into a bit of a slump, and I don't want to live a slump life. There's a reason people don't tag themselves in slump life photos online. I googled it. Other people tag them without permission when they're asleep at bus stations or in the park, you know. And I don't want to live that life. I want to live the life that, like, my kids can look up to. Like, you can choose to be happy. But often when we reach a crossroads, we don't, like, stop and take stock and move in the right direction. We just go to shops, you know, buy an air purifier, that kind of thing. I've been thinking about the woman I should be, and she definitely drinks heaps of water. And stretches and that. And I can't be her because I can't even conjure her up because I get so bored. Like, what if she takes over and I suddenly start quoting Stoic philosophy and giving you tips on fasting and breath work? How is breathing work? I'm doing it right now. I've been doing it since I was born. This woman asked me the other day, "Are you a mouth breather?" I said, "I've got an arts degree." She said, "It's not about that. Mouth breathers can get tetchy." I said, "I don't fucking know. I'm just trying my best up here." As far as I knew, the KPI for breathing was remaining alive. Not even doing that right. I do try and fix my problems. I think if you're a thinking person, you try and improve yourself. But do you ever think your problems are just sort of built into your DNA? You know, like those smash-faced dogs that can't breathe? You know, humans bred those animals to have pointy ears and sit on your lap. The breathing thing was a fuck-up. And some people get cut when I say that. One guy yelled out once, "Nah, it's a feature." Righto. I suppose if you ding your car, that's a feature, isn't it? I mean, pretty sure the dog would prefer to have airways that function, but whatever. And when humans meddle with DNA, that's just called parenting, isn't it? And you never know how that's going to pan out, you know? Like, my dad's conflict avoidance and my mum's bluntness has just created this, you know? Like, I'm not smart and I'm not dumb, you know? I'm not mindful and I'm not mindless. I'm in the middle of the bell curve, neurotic, you know? But even creatures that have evolved to be shit, like the sunfish, have you copped that? It's like a giant floating head, weighs about 1,000 kilos. It's got shit fins, can't shut its mouth because it's got a parrot-like beak behind there. It's just like me, slack-jawed, asleep on a plane, just floating through the ocean. Like, what is it still doing here, you know? Some of us are just getting about, aren't we, against all odds? Anyway, what were you guys thinking when I said all that? Nothing? Do you ever think in the future when they dig up our bones? Oh, and they won't. Our bones will be dust and we've done nothing remarkable. We're all the same. We just live in different houses. But if they did, you know, I think they're going to be able to read more than our DNA. I think they're going to be able to tell what kind of lives we led, how many chips we ate, that kind of thing. And I'm concerned about the optics, you know. I don't want some future paleontologist holding up my skull going, "Ah, lass, poor Chris. Spent too much time on Instagram. You can tell from the stubby neck. It didn't make her happy, you know. Is it wrong that my decision to, like, live a good life is that I want to be seen to have lived a good life rather than just enjoy the benefits of actually living one? But sometimes you just got to fake it till you make it, don't you? I mean, sex, obviously, but sleep is another one. And maybe living a good life and being happy, you know. I do think about the woman I should be, and she definitely meditates. Does anyone meditate? No, yes. There's always one that says no for the whole crowd, and then there's... Do you meditate? How long have you meditated for?
Since when?
See, that seems to be answering a question with a question, which is, I mean, it's an option. How long have you meditated for? 6 years. And how long do you do it at a time? 20 minutes. Good one. How's it going? Still. See, no one ever sells it to me. Do you know what I mean? He said he's still alive. Once I asked a woman how it is, and she just went, "It's above neutral. It's better than not doing it." You know. I'm not sure it's better than having a cakey. Meditation, they say it's supposed to put you in a deep state of relaxation, but it's like volunteering to be locked up with your high school bully. You know, like anytime someone tells me they meditate, I go, "Oh, that's great." But what I'm really thinking is, you're just going for a wank and a nap, mate, aren't you? That's what I do. I'm listening to a meditation app that tells me to do the next thing I'm going to do in my life with quality, as if the most important person in the world is watching. And that's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Like, some things are aided by imagining Ryan Gosling's watching. Not everything, all right? And at this point, I love imagining him just going, "Why do you keep bringing me to your weird comedy show? I didn't want to be here. And as for what you made me watch this afternoon, I can't unsee that." You know? I'm like, "Shut up, Ryan. You're not even real." But I do love imagining him... Not like that. It's a pause. I do love imagining him watching me do really boring, mundane stuff, like make a sandwich, do the vacuuming. And I'm just like, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" He's like, "You're literally making me be here." I'm like, "No, I'm not. You're obsessed with me. Stop looking, I'm shy." It doesn't improve the quality of anything I'm doing. It just makes me happy. Imagining his assistant in LA just like tapping him on the shoulder every 5 minutes going, "That woman from Australia needs you to watch her go to the shops." He's like, "I hate my life." Sucked in, Ryan.